Hey guys, welcome to this episode of Intentionally Blank D&D. I'm your DM Kyle, and I'm joined by the lovely players Dakota, Levi, and Paisley.
I saw your
Whoa.
Shut up.
Discord.
Yeah.
Nerd, you unprofessional swine.
Dude, yeah, it happens when any of my monitors get, like the wire jiggles, and it gets
Yeah,
offline
and
for
it like
half a
randomly
second,
disconnected.
and then it randomly assigns the screen next time. But other than my blunder, does anyone have
Let's
any
talk about
announcements?
Levi's blunder. And by blunder, I mean his butt.
Oh,
Blunder.
I don't think Talespire's really done much.
They had a devlog, but it was pretty much saying that they are continuing to work in the background on everything that we talked about.
Hey, we're
before.
working on some stuff, but we realize that this stuff doesn't work unless we work on this stuff. So we're working on this stuff.
Yeah. So they're doing a lot.
Oh, they did say that we should be getting the boats once they finish this stuff that they're working on.
Oh, sweet.
The whole boat and ship upgrade, once we're done with these pirates.
Cool.
But that was one thing. Yeah, there's been some news. There's been some, just not Talespire news, but D&D news.
Oh, yeah.
Just a quick rundown. D&D 1 is no longer being called D&D 1. It's being called D&D 5th Edition. Not to be confused with D&D 5th Edition.
wait, what?
Did you not hear about that?
I told you not to be confused by it. I specifically said.
It's-
Totally makes sense.
It's also D&D, or D&D 5th Edition, but it's not D&D 5th Edition. It's just
Except the fact that if somebody's playing D&D 5th Edition, somebody else can be playing D&D 5th Edition, and they're both playing D&D 5th Edition.
Yep. So you're probably as confused as us, but we'll see how that develops. But other than that, won't get...
Stay tuned for more
Well-
D&D 5th Edition, not D&D 5th Edition, other 5th Edition.
Yeah, we won't get too far into that. But yeah, that's happening. Any other news?
I don't think so. I'd like to thank our sponsor for this video. It's Levi. Levi did it.
Thanks, Levi.
No,
Thanks, Levi.
no, it wasn't me. It was my ass.
Nice.
Mhm.
He found a good corner.
Anyway, last time on D&D, the party regroups after their battle with some of the Bloody Jaw pirates. They rally some townspeople after proving that they can take on the pirate gang. While most townfolk got busy helping and prepping the town, some took this opportunity to loot, while others seemed very just indifferent to the situation. The party helps quell some of the ne'er-do-wells and outfit some of the townsfolk. While they're doing this, Asher and Moat are doing this, while Hoovel locks down the pirate island, killing one and greatly wounding another. Asher tells the dock captains that they need to leave and gets one of them to bring provisions to the church. The other one doesn't seem very interested in listening to her. She also acquires a rowboat for Moat and a townsfolk insectoid to infiltrate the pirate island for Hoovel's old bow. Towards the end of the day, the boat that Asher couldn't persuade to stay takes off. And then the boat that she did persuade to stay blows up and catches fire. And that is where we ended last session. We'll begin this section directly after this. What are you all doing right now?
I am combing my beard.
Okay, and I will say
Oh, in-game.
it is later in the day at this point, so I'll change that. Just making sure you guys see the change.
Okay, so is this directly after the boat exploded?
Yes, you guys are all standing in your various places. Your moat is up in the ruined building. Asher is standing in town square, and Hoovel is sitting up on his perch watching the island. And you all three hear the low rumble of an explosion and see fire piling up from the boat.
Since I can't really help with any of this, I'm just gonna keep my eyes on the island.
Okay, I will have you roll a perception check.
All right. $22.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you keep eyes on the island. For right now, you don't see any movement near the castle or along the beach line. But I will keep that 22 in mind.
Oh, dope.
I am going to rush my way over to the docks. Let's see. It would take me. That's 140. Oops. About 180 feet to get here. If I rushed, I could do 60. So it'd take me about 3 rounds to get here. So I could get there very quick, but just to keep in mind in case that matters, it would take me about 3 rounds to get here. I rush over here. First thing I'm gonna do is go to the end of the dock and see if I can see any cause for the explosion.
Okay.
Do I notice anything at all?
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. I have advantage on those because of my lenses.
Sweet.
12.
You have a -1, but with advantage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll say as you go down to the dock, by the time you get there, the boat has sunk a fair amount. And as it sinks, you can see bubbles coming up, and the flames are going out just from it sinking. So just like the top sails are still ablaze. But it seems like there's just like been a rupture in the side of the boat, and maybe I'll say with that investigation you can see a little bit of oil starting to float to the surface. So the fire itself is probably more of like an oil fire. But also with that investigation, you continue looking around the docks, and you come over here, and as you're looking over, you do see some bodies in the water.
The hell is that guy?
Oh, that was Half Riff's familiar. I forgot to put him next to Half Riff.
I see
Even
some.
as a familiar. Wow.
Yes.
I see some bodies in the water.
Yeah, you see a few bodies in the water. Where did I put Half Riff?
He went to bed.
Oh, right.
So probably wherever he lives.
Mr. Squiggles.
Wiggles.
Sorry, I hit tab and I saw Mrs. Squiggles. Is it these bodies over here that I'm seeing?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
you see what looks to be a drow or dark elf. And then further in the water, along the other side of the docks, you see another body, but you're unsure of what it is without going to investigate.
Can I get over to here?
Sure. And once you're over there, you can see on the other side of the dock that it's a human body on the other side.
Okay. I grab this guy, and I cast Spare the Dying as I pull him out of the water.
Okay. Where are you pulling him to? just to the rocks where you are?
Yeah,
or-
just like up
Okay.
out of the water.
I will say I don't know if this is technically correct, but you would be able to tell. The casting does not take. Seems
Okay.
like this person has
Yeah.
dead.
Okay. As soon as I know that, I'm gonna rush over here and do the same.
Okay. Yeah, and
It's a cantrip, so it's not like I'm wasting
yeah.
anything.
So very similar. You pull them out, and while you do your casting, spare the dying. But it seems as you pull them out, they're very cold to the touch.
Okay. Do I recognize either of these people?
Give me a history check, because you haven't interacted with these people directly, but
18.
you know that the drow is a captain here.
Okay.
He is a captain at the docks, one of two in town.
Was he the captain for this boat?
I'll say with that, yeah. He was the captain of the boat that was here.
But not the one that exploded.
Not the one that exploded. The one that exploded was the Dragonborn.
Okay, okay. So, by my very astute investigative skills, somebody killed these men, took the boat, and blew up this one. That's what happened. Case closed.
Very good.
While you are doing this, Asher, Hoovel.
Hello. Let's run towards the docks.
So that was 3. So that was... It's wild to think about D&D in terms of rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's say that investigation, took like a minute, right? That's being like saying a long time. I took my time to investigate, even though I didn't see much besides the oil.
Mm-hmm.
This entire encounter, me running from the building, investigating this, pulling 2 people out of water, and casting the spell on both of them, took like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very rush. Like, you went over there, you looked around, you saw oil, you're like, okay.
You're on it.
Yeah, like you are just
Emergency
quick looking
situation.
around. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Naturally, I'm gonna run over there and be like, "What's going on?" I'm gonna take a look at the boats. Is it that one guy who told me no? Oh no.
So yeah, if you want to join Moat where he is,
Yeah. I'll go all the way over by him.
And after I cast it on both of them, I'll like pull them actually up onto the docks.
Okay.
After I've like gotten them both out of the water, I'll take
Right.
that time to.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and Asher, you arrive to see Moat doing this, and you do in fact see the captain that told you no. They were not
Damn it.
leaving.
Well, I probably could have tried a little harder. I just kind of grimace. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the boat is gone. I look at the water. No sign that it actually was just sunk or something.
Because it was last week, you saw the other boat leave the port probably 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Well, dang. I scanned the horizon. Any sign of attackers coming this way?
Make a perception check.
Okay, here I go. Ah. It's gonna be one of
No
those
sign of
again.
attackers.
It's a +5, so an 8. But
Okay.
yeah.
I will say, you don't see any people. You know you're not the best at it, and you also know Hoovel is doing watch out, and he has not alerted you.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I hope he would give us a sign.
That being said, Hoovel's being watch out. I'm gonna make my way back over to Hoovel. Oh yeah, okay. I climbed it.
Nice.
I'm winded if I had to breathe.
Yes, never gets old.
As I make my way up to Hoovel, I ask him if he saw which direction that the other ship went.
Hoovel, since you were watching, you probably would have seen out of the corner of your eye. The ship left port, and yeah, you probably wouldn't have seen it leave, but you probably would have seen it recently sail somewhat behind the pirate island.
Can I still see it?
At this point, you cannot still see it. Whether
Alright,
it...
I'll relay that information.
Okay.
Okay. So they either snuck up and stole the boat, or we have somebody who is a traitor to the cause.
Can I, like...
By cause, I mean the overthrowing of the current government.
Yeah. If I could have, like, followed him so I can see, like, get up to where Hoovel is and stuff and, like, just roll with him
Sure.
until we have a plan set up, I'd be like, yeah, that's pretty likely, actually, so.
Yeah, I moved you up there.
Oh, thank you. We, didn't win everybody, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, I think the plan still stays. I'm going to head over with the insectoid bud
Okay.
and try to get the bow back.
All right. Yeah, keep them dry. Got to think about that.
Hoovel, do you have any more explosives?
Yes. I mean, of course.
Can you rig something together for, like, a timed explosive? Something I can set and explode after a little bit.
Sure.
Whether that be, like, a wick or a fuse or... whatever. I need something.
Yeah, how many?
I think just one should do.
I like look at them.
Yep.
Give them 2 just in case. I'm concerned.
Bringing out my bomb-making supplies and make a time
And
charge.
with that, I'm going to leave the roof as he's making his time charge.
All right. Asher, are you sticking around to watch?
Look. I mean,
What?
but
I should probably just need kind of a plan. So Moat's gonna be, you know what? I can't think while you're doing that stuff. So I'm gonna go talk to Moat about this.
Okay. So Hoovel, please make an intelligence or dexterity check for me.
Dexterity it is.
Yo, Dextelligent you are.
Oh.
And boom goes the dynamite.
That's a 6.
All right. Asher and Moat, as you climb off, You hear resounding.
As I climb down and I'm next to what's this guy's name? Half Riff. I'm like, he's just working.
I was just like, all right, fucking weird.
Weird.
Who will please take 10 points of force damage. As
Alright.
you're wrapping it, you wrap it a bit too tightly and it just explodes.
All right, I'll try it again.
All right.
Be right back, guys.
And also remember, you have not had a full
full
rest since you took all that damage last time as well.
Yeah, I'm at 43 health.
Okay.
Wait, what was that? 16.
16, that's good enough. So yeah, this time you're making careful, and you put a charge together. How much time do you want to make, like a full time charge where they can set the time, or do you just want to make it so it's like a wick that they light?
Well, considering that they never told me how much time they wanted, I'll just make a full-time charge.
Okay.
they
I will
can
say
do it
with
themselves.
the expediency of it, you'll be able to make a time charge, but it's like you can make it for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, or a minute. It's not as customizable as the rest of your time charges.
Is there like a spot before I actually set the time where I could be like yell down to Moat and ask specifically how?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, like just pause my work real quick.
Yeah.
Shoot an arrow at Moat, like at his feet to get his attention, and then specifically be like, "Yo, how long do you want this charged for?"
I don't really think that enough time for me to get away from it.
Okay, a minute it is.
That's fine. He's like 3 seconds. You better be fast.
I mean, I thought about 6 seconds.
So yeah, you set it for a minute, and like, you know, Mo, if you ever need it to be shorter, you can just cut it. But that will come with not knowing how long the wick is. But at this point, it is a minute charge.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, you fasten that together and give that to Moat. And Moat, if you want to, you can put blue crystal lump in your inventory.
Okay.
And then just know that it's a minute charge on it.
Okay.
All right.
And then with that, I start getting. I find the insectoid and the dude.
I'm gonna dash around and try and find him real quick too. He said that's where he was going, so I'm gonna head that way as well. I know it's by the coast, by Humphrey.
Okay. You're both going to see the insectoid?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
Mostly because I was
dying.
gonna ask where Moat's position.
Yeah,
I
you
guess I
guys,
don't
you guys head
know.
down there, and they're both just waiting, like, right in the middle of the beach.
Sorry, I was gross sneezing.
Eh. But yeah, they acknowledge you as you get here, and the orc kind of was like, "Is it time?"
Just about. We need to go over a couple things. And with that, I start going over the plan, which is pretty much I'm going to take him over to the island. I give him the description again of what he is looking for. And I tell him while we're there, I'm going to... Or I also tell him that we believe that the boat was taken by the pirates. And we can't let them have that kind of leverage. So if we see the boat, I'm going to take out the explosive crystals. I'm going to be like, we need to plant this on the boat.
The orc relays that to the insectoid, and the insectoid nods.
Depending on the success of this mission depends on the future of this town.
The orc says, were
It's
you...
like they don't really have a translation for that.
Best I can do is good job.
Do this or else.
Yeah. Do you want me to come along, or will you be okay without talking during this mission?
How good are you at not being seen?
Not as good. But let me look. I'm not very good at not being seen.
Then I think we will have to get by.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you come with me. We'll defend the front lines.
And he turns towards the insectoid and puts an arm on his shoulder and makes like clicking sounds. And they both nod and like give a meaty handshake and nod. So they're saying they're goodbyes.
Aw. All buddies. Okay. So, yeah. How long do you think this mission will take?
I don't know. How fast is this bug guy?
He looks pretty quick.
It could be the time to get there and back if he can get it quickly, or it could be a while. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, just wondering when we should start raising alarm. But yeah, I suppose until tomorrow then.
If you hear a gunshot, raise alarm.
Okay. Okay. I will note to have my ears out for gunshots the entire time we are fighting.
Wait, you're fighting?
Well, probably. I imagine sooner or later these pirates are gonna come over here and start some shit. Stir the pot a little bit. In which case, yeah, we gotta be here to defend the island. I reckon they'd probably try and get over here and beat us into submission, so hopefully that'll be enough of a distraction. Huh?
Are you expecting them to be here tonight?
Maybe.
With Hoovel constantly damaging them and not giving them time to rest? I feel like they might take some time to recoup.
Yeah, we gotta plan for the worst. But we'll be on the ready
if you're fighting
here.
people, don't worry about me on the island.
Okay, fair enough.
Like,
Yeah, just can't be losing people on the team again. You feel?
I can't be losing people on the team again. And no, I don't feel.
All right, enough out of you guys. Come back with the bow. Bye. Yeah, you too. You come on.
Okay. At this point, the sun is setting, and it begins to become dark.
As me and the bug guy start making our way to the rowboat, I ask him, "Can you see in the dark?" And then I'm like, "Oh wait, you can't talk to me, can you?"
He just blankly looks at you.
And then as we're going, I'm like, "So what made you decide to do this?"
Well, got a lot more chatty.
He looks at you and nods.
Same. And then as I get here, I come over here and I like jump over to the boat and I try to pull it as close to possible. So he
Okay,
doesn't have
I'll
to get
say
into
you
the
do.
water.
I don't want to move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to slowly start making my way downtown.
Sweet.
Growing fast. Fish is past and I'm
Oh,
homebound.
okay.
What?
He seems pretty adept at moving in the dark.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Um,
So,
First I want to move the boat to like oops, let's go like, why the fuck are you not working? Okay, so like right there. And then after that I want to go to like right there. So can you move it? Okay. I'm gonna staying away. I don't want to go between the pirate island and the town. Just so if anybody is looking, I don't want them to see like the shadow from the lights
okay.
of me passing in front of any lights. So I do want to like go like around, like staying close to here and then like heading over to there.
Okay. So yeah. I will say you guys do that. I will have you and an insectoid roll a group stealth check.
Oh my god!
When we needed you most,
Night.
you were there.
Okay, and he also rolled pretty darn well. So what's your just total?
Stealth 23.
Okay, he rolled a 30.
Stealthy boy.
Yeah, and it's also at night. Okay. As you guys do that, because that does take you a bit of time.
Yes.
Hoovel and Asher, are you guys doing anything on shore while they are over there on the island?
I'm gonna be stationed near the hostages, I suppose. Yeah. Kinda back against this wall, sitting and watching. Like scanning the horizon just in case, and watching Hoovel go about his work, like hazing them.
Okay. Please make a perception check.
Oh, damn it. It's a 9.
And I will say
Oh, wait.
this is your vision.
Say, +5 for me, actually, so 11.
Okay. So not much horizon watching as your vision does go out to 120 feet.
Yeah.
But you are able to see Hoovel, and he seems intent on what he's doing.
Okay.
Hoovel, what are you up to?
Yeah. I want to make another 2 batches of explosive arrows.
Okay, and I will also, just so you know, from your vantage point, this is your view.
Oh. Well,
As
I'm going
it
to
is now
activate
dark.
my eye here in a second.
Okay, and how long does that last?
An hour.
Okay.
That will bring your vision out to...
2 miles.
Yeah,
Roughly.
I'm getting there.
Seriously, it's 2 miles? Holy shit.
Roughly. That's too far. I believe
Oh,
1
okay.
mile is like 1,100 feet. I could be completely wrong on that.
Oh, I thought it was 1,300.
Oh, nope, it's
But I wanna make
5,200. So we were both
Oh,
very wrong.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, the general rule is 2 miles. So it's you can see everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
then I was
make my
getting there,
bomb
Kyle.
I took math.
I didn't.
Sorry, but so you want to activate your eyes and also what were you saying?
No. I want to make my bomb arrows first,
Okay.
and then I'll activate my eyes before I start shooting.
Okay.
Just to save on the time and everything.
So please, if you could, make a dexterity
God
check.
damn it. That wasn't it because, you know, I rolled it before you said it.
Right.
I gotta reroll.
But would have you taken it had it been a good roll?
It's worse!
That's a 9.
All right. Man, the DC
Oh.
was 10.
Oh, you would have made it!
Wait, seriously? Oh, god damn it.
As another...
Please take 11 points of force damage.
Alright. Then I'll make another bet. Well,
All right.
I haven't made a first batch yet, but... Yeah, there we go.
And
And
I
then
was
it's
totally
5 per, right?
what's that total? I was joking when I said it was 10. But
Oh,
I believe
17?
you you still pass. I just wanted
Okay.
you to feel bad about re-rolling.
Dick. It's 5 per,
Yeah.
like, crafting roll,
Yeah.
right? Okay, make another one.
Oh, so you want 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Go
was
for it.
my goal. I did roll, but apparently didn't actually roll it. One second. Aha! There we go.
Yeah. So yeah, you craft arrows, and you have 10 pretty much explosive arrows.
Alright, and then I'm going to activate my eye. And then, in order to give a distraction for the people that are sneaking up, I'm going to start bombarding the
Okay. I will say,
house. And if I can...
as you
Yeah.
activate your eye,
You see 50 people here, all with cannons aimed at you.
That'd be cool.
you see a ship partially off in the distance, past the island.
Oh. I'm going to shoot at the ship then.
All right, go for it.
Alright. Let's see here. Plus...
It is outside of your range.
Wait, what?
It's right here.
Damn. Huh. Well,
Those
if that's the
bitches
case,
are
then,
running.
I'm going to relocate to the top of the church.
Okay. How fast can you move?
I mean, it's a 30 feet movement speed.
Double dash, 90 feet. He can get there in 3 rounds.
Okay.
That should be within my range.
If they
Yeah.
hadn't moved.
Oh, that's true. I also can fly, so
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting there.
These ships are hard to move. And I moved it too soon. Math.
Math, 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 math. You ain't catching it.
Oh, apparently not.
Okay. It is roughly right there.
Alright, from my new vantage point, do I see anyone else, or anyone on the island, or anything weird about the island?
Well, now you can see inside that hole.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, from your vantage point, and yeah, let me take a look at your vantage point now. Yeah, so you can see into that hole you made earlier, but from this vantage point, you do not see any movement on the island other than the rowboat that Moat is on, just pulling up onto the shore.
Alright. Even though that boat's outside my range, can I still shoot at it, but with a disadvantage?
No,
That
because
works.
600 is your max range.
Max.
That's as far as that bow
okay.
will fire.
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm definitely not catching it, so no.
And I will say, Asher, you were watching Hoovel, and you see as he, as his eye kind of like scars over, like you've seen before, you see him quickly fly out of your visual range. Just as a note. Don't know if you're muted or not.
I must have been. I just said interesting.
Okay.
Alright. Well, if that's the case, I'm still gonna bombard the island.
Okay.
Just in case they didn't all run or something.
Alright. So where are you shooting?
I'm gonna shoot a few inside that hole. A few like right here on this side. Anywhere I think people could be hiding.
Okay. I will have you make... Are you just trying to shoot all of them, like all 10?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll 10 d20s for me.
Alright.
If you want to separate them 5 and 5, or just let me know which ones are which.
Okay, the first 5 are in the hole, last 5 are outside the hole.
Okay. And then
it's a plus 10.
plus 10. That's easy.
Oh, hey, nat 20.
Oh. Get him.
Okay. So yeah, 3 of them go into the hole. 2 of them kind of hit the outer side, which crumbles the away the outer shell of the hole a little bit, so it does fall apart a little bit more. And then along like that bridge slash door area over here, you see as 4 of them impact and start like crumbling away at the stone right here. And and one of them kind of falls a bit short and hits the rocks, not doing a whole lot of damage, but most of your attacks did quite a bit of damage to structure, and 3 of them went into the hole, and you didn't see what happened after that.
Cool.
All right. While you do that, Moat,
Yes.
you arrive on the shoreline with the insectoid.
Yes.
None of the explosions have happened yet.
Okay.
What are you doing?
As soon as we get in there, I tell him to go look for the bow as I start circling the island as stealthily as I can.
Okay. He
Should I
nods
actually-
and begins following you.
I don't understand why he's following me.
He can't understand you.
I know, but we talked about the mission before he left.
I know.
Okay.
So he's following you for a bit. If you wait and are kind of like, what are you doing? He will go off on his own. But he just didn't understand what you were saying right there, so he assumed, follow me.
Why would he assume that? Yeah, no, I'm waving him to go.
Okay, yeah. Making hand gestures and stuff like that, he gets the idea and he will split off.
No, I
from
just
you.
start yelling at him, like, what are you doing?
Go a different way. If you talk really slowly, people understand you.
Yep. I learned that.
Am I gonna hit them with my explosive?
100% yes.
Because that was not the intent.
At this point, you guys do start hearing explosions. So if you don't want to get hit by arrows, you can move around a bit to avoid that. And Hoovel is hitting the same areas he's sent explosives before. So I'll say
Okay.
they are fairly easy to avoid. And he's
Okay.
volleying them all at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, then when I start hearing the explosions, I'll get, like, back behind the entire place.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I am looking to see if there's another boat around here.
From back there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
No, but I have true sight. And as soon as I got onto I forgot to mention it, I wanted to activate the true sight.
Okay. Fuck, dude.
120 feet.
120 feet true sight. Okay. And remind me, does true sight let you look through things? Or is it just the things that you can see? You would see invisibility and
I
see
see.
through darkness.
Let me get the exact thing real quick. True sight. I can see in normal magical darkness, invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions and succeed saving throws against them, perceive the original form of shapeshifters or a creature that is transformed by magic.
Okay.
Also, I can see into the ethereal plane.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So from your vantage point right here, you do not see any boats back here.
Okay.
And I will say
I'm-
at this point the volleys have ended, and you could probably wait like a couple seconds and know that
Okay.
there's no more coming.
Well, once I get behind this area, I'm not gonna let the volleys stop me.
Okay.
So I am gonna continue just looking around. I'm looking for any signs of people, equipment, boats, anything that I can use to either take from them so they can't use it against us or disrupt them.
Okay, please make an investigation check.
Oops. Oh, that's an 16.
16. So yeah, I'll say along like back here, it doesn't seem like this is used as like storage or anything, but you do see rapid, like a lot of footsteps that have recently been through here.
Okay.
Do you continue up towards the castle, or do you go towards the shoreline where the foots are leading? The footprints lead like kind of along here where you were, and then towards this ladder.
I'm gonna go away from the footprints.
Okay.
Because if they did go that way, I'm not trying to run into them.
Okay, then the footprints are coming from up this ladder, if you want to.
Okay,
That way.
then I will make my way up the ladder.
Okay. Up top here, you see a couple crates to your left that looks like it has like a bit of like food and rations and water and like general supplies for like a person or two.
Okay.
Inside of it. And then to your right, this bridge looks to be recently crumbled as a volley of arrows has landed on it.
Okay. You know, this bridge that led out to that island. You know, the one to the east of this place.
Mm-hmm. It looks like I will say on the bridge you do see a pole that has manacles like at the base of it, and like kind of like blood puddle around it.
Okay, so this is the castle's bridge. Well, it's the castle's plank.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna peek my head inside of the castle.
Okay. As you peek in, you see a floor has been ravaged with holes and splinters. Besides that, you see a ongoing fireplace that has a lot of logs in it, a throne, and some stairs. Also, with your true sight, you see a tiefling male and an imp sitting on the, like, with their backs against the staircase.
Okay.
And as you go in, they seem to start, like, getting ready, but they aren't making any noise or movements. They notice you, and,
They
like...
noticed me with a 23? Damn.
They notice you, and as you walk in, like, you feel like they are looking at you, but they aren't making any movement to, like, attack or do anything.
Okay. Then I am going to, like, walk my way up here.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, they kind of, like, start creeping along this way, and are separating out between the two of them.
Then as I get here, I am just going to shoot the imp.
Okay. You see as he does, like, he is in a ready stance, but has done nothing yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the imp, and pointing my gun at him, I'm just gonna, after I shoot the imp, whether I hit or not, I'm gonna say, "So where's everyone else?"
Okay. Please roll initiative.
Not a shoot?
Not a shoot yet.
Okay. Initiative, that's 24.
Okay. And now if you would please roll a shoot.
That's a 27.
All right. Let me change this from celebration to more of a battle.
No, this is a celebration.
Moment.
I'm assuming a 27 hits the imp.
Yes, 27 does hit the imp.
Okay, okay. That is 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So you shoot the imp and then you point at him. He was holding his reaction. So he says, "You bitch!" And as he throws his hand out, I believe in 19 hits.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, okay, yeah. You see as 3 blasts come out of his hand that are kind of like a reddish orange. Almost looks like fire, but has more of a magical essence behind them. You take 24 force damage as he shoots 3 Eldritch blasts at you. But at the same time,
Why was that 24?
because he shot 3 Eldritch blasts at you.
Yeah, but you rolled a 9.
Yeah, plus 15 because each one's plus 5 because he adds his charisma to each Eldritch blast.
You add your modifier to each Eldritch individually.
Yeah. All 3 of them hit me?
Mm-hmm. Lowest was a 19.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna die.
But at the same time, from the doorway, you see as the insectoid reaches around and shoots at the tiefling.
So do I not get to finish my turn?
You do. It's just both of them were holding reactions.
Oh, okay, okay.
Still hits.
Is the imp still alive?
It looks like you just like chunked a huge part of it off. It is nearly dead.
Okay.
Okay. You see as the insectoid reaches around with a short bow, fires in at this guy. There's one.
Jesus.
Fuck.
You got 3 6s.
25 points of piercing damage. As he shoots fire, the Eldritch blasts at you, you get pummeled, and then you see as he takes an arrow in the neck as you shoot and hit the imp, nearly killing it. Please finish your turn.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna shoot the imp again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh. Now what?
Okay.
That's a misfire.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first misfire. Let me read exactly what that is. I think it means I have to... One of my pistols is out of commission now, I think.
I believe so, until you take a bonus action to repair it because of your class.
Use again until you spend an action to try to repair it. I don't have the quick fix yet.
Oh, you don't? Okay. But you
Okay,
do
that's
have
one of my
second
pistols.
Yeah.
Yep. Specifically why I have them.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna bonus action.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm gonna take my other pistol that was aiming at the tiefling, fire it at the at the imp.
Okay, go for
it. 20, not nat.
That hits. And I will say, with this attack, no matter what you roll, he had 1 hit point. So you shoot once. All of this is happening in quick succession. You point the gun that you were pointing at the tiefling at the imp, blow its head off, and the imp disperses into ash.
Okay. And then my final shot. Actually, no. I'm gonna get into this guy's face and use my bayonet.
Okay. Dude.
Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah. you go and you go up to use your bayonet. As you do, you trip slightly, scraping your bayonet across the stone to his right,
There's too much
or
rubble.
to his left.
Who made this place such a mess?
All right, that's your turn. It is his turn.
Bonus action.
Wasn't that your bonus action to shoot the imp?
No,
Oh, I
that was
thought
my
this-
action surge.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action. I'm gonna cast a Shield of Faith.
Okay. Remind me what that does.
Shield of Faith. I get a +2 AC. Up to 10 minutes concentration.
Oh, sweet. Oh. Okay. Let me. I'm looking up some rule. Actually, I'll look up the ruling if it comes up, because I don't want to change what I'm doing based on that. He is going to say something. You,
I'm giving up on you.
what languages do you know?
I know Dwarvish and Gnomish and Common.
Okay.
I figured those would be the most on brand for.
Yeah. But as you get all up on him, you could probably tell it's a curse, but you don't really understand what he's saying. It sounds like a lot of like whispering, into like hushed tones.
Got some hot in your mouth, bud?
But as pretty much. But then he does say something and wave a symbol with his hand, and as he does, he snaps, and he looks different, and you can't tell what it is for a second, but then you realize he's slightly opaque. And that's kind of what I was looking up, is he is now in the ethereal plane.
Bitch, I can still see you.
So you can still see him. But I don't know if you can affect him. And he can't affect you. So, he is going to back up. So that's what I'm gonna look is. Can I interact? Yeah, you can't interact with the ethereal plane, but you can see into it.
Okay.
So at this point, he believes that you can't see him, and he is going to back out, and then turn the corner.
Okay.
So it's that. Okay. Imp is fucking gone. You see as the insectoid goes into the room and is looking around, completely at the ready, prepping an attack.
Okay.
Back to you.
I'm going to run out of this door to like here
Okay.
and say, "That bitch teleported away," and then hold my action.
All right. Please make a performance check for me, or deception if you would like.
Oh, I'd much prefer deception.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't matter. They're both +2. Stop. Okay, 13.
Okay. Um.
Damn it! It would have been a 21. The dice continued rolling down the hill, landed on a 19.
Stop. Ah, fuck.
The action I'm holding is shoot him in the face, and the trigger is I see his face not in the ethereal plane.
Okay. Dude, okay. That's... Yeah, he's going to continue... Or is that's your reaction, so you're holding...
It's just running.
Okay. You saw him go down the ladder, and move somewhere down that way.
Okay.
The insectoid is gonna run out with you. This is a very strange interaction with your true sight. So it's your turn again. The insectoid is just kind of like following you, watching your back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna point to where I saw him go down the ladder to the insectoid, and then I'm going to. I can't bonus action hide, so I can't do it. But I'm gonna hide.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take out my musket. And wait.
Okay. You see as the insectoid is going to go here and then climb down the ladder. And he gets to the bottom of the ladder and he's looking around furiously, and then he kind of like puts his back up against this wall.
And fucking disappears.
I mean, you still have line of sight on him, so he doesn't disappear from your sight. But go for it. Your turn.
Wait, the guy didn't do anything?
It's insect. You're up after the insect.
Yeah, but I had a turn where I went over here and hid.
Yep. He, you don't have visual on him right now. But you know he just went to the bottom of that ladder.
No, not the insectoid. The other guy.
Right.
This would be my second turn.
Right.
I was just confirming he didn't do anything on his turn, at least that I can see.
He did not do anything on his turn that you can see.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. Same thing.
Yep. Yep. But this time with my musket.
Okay. At this point, do you want to move so that you have a better line of sight on him? Because from that vantage point, you wouldn't be able to like see him.
Yeah, I'll like make my way like down. Like I want to be like standing on here, looking over this ledge.
Okay.
But I want to be like, you see this little crevice?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be like there.
Okay.
So I'm not like standing on top of this,
Right.
but like tucked back behind that.
Okay.
Just like mounted up with my rifle like on the rocks, looking right into this hole.
Right.
Or down the hallway, because I actually don't know if he went into there or went down that way.
Yeah. At this point,
I assumed he went in there, but he could have went this way.
at this point, you see as 3 Eldritch Blasts come out at the insectoid, along with him saying, "How can you see me?"
Not the insectoid. We love this guy.
so many tabs. Um,
Because he takes 24 points of damage.
yeah. So you see him get blasted with the same pretty much damage that you took. Um, and then you see as 3 more Eldritch Blasts come out of the hole.
What?
Yeah.
You have meta magic for Quicken Spell?
As you see the insectoid get blasted, turns around, and the 3 next blasts hit him in the chest, 1 at the bottom of the chin as his head goes flying.
Wait, so he's decapitated?
Yeah.
So I can't even spare the dying on him?
Okay. I'll say he is very charred.
You killed the bug?
He
No!
he didn't take so much damage that he went negative, so I will give them that.
Okay. Chaos give me no opportunities to ever spare the dying.
Yeah, no, he didn't go truly negative, so. But yeah, you see as over this round, 3 blasts or 6 blasts of Eldritch energy hit that bug. But you do have a shot as he begins stepping out.
Am I hidden?
What did you roll for stealth?
I'm holding dice right now, so I can check.
15, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So that is a 26.
Okay, that hits.
Double check. Yes, this. That is 12 points.
Okay. So yeah, as he steps out, you shoot him and he takes it in the shoulder. It seems like he is taking quite a bit of damage from each attack.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Let's see. Is he moved? What's that? And he... Okay. After he takes a shot in the shoulder, he looks up at you, clearly frustrated at this moment. Says something else. You lose sight of him for a second before you like start looking around and you see him below you. He disappears in like a cloud of like little dust.
Wait. Okay. He's already cast 2 spells this turn.
He's cast a cantrip. Oh, fuck!
Cantrip.
You're right. He did use his bonus action to cast it again. So yeah, go for it.
Is he still up here then?
Yep, he is still up there.
Okay, I don't see him anymore.
Oh,
I think he's just moved slightly. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I
It was
teleported
just
him
a
back.
weird line. It was just a weird line of sight thing where it's like I could see his mini, but this rock was blocking it, so it just
Oh.
cut off the vision of it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to load an explosive. No, I'm not going to load an explosive shot because he might be too close.
It's
No.
the explosive ones are you hit pretty much everyone and anyone adjacent to them. He's far enough away that you probably
Okay.
wouldn't hit him.
Okay, then yeah, I load up an explosive shot. I'm also going to use a grit for a violent shot, but I'm going to activate my lens for advantage.
All right, go for it.
That is a 27. Actually, a 27.
All right. That hits. What's that?
26 points of damage.
26. Yeah, as the explosive shot hits him pretty much in the chest, you see as like the cloth in that area gets ripped away, and you can see
He has ripped abs.
you can see leather armor underneath the cloth that was not ripped away, which surprises you. But he does seem to have taken a good brunt of that damage.
Okay, loading a normal shot this time, but another vicious shot.
Okay.
This time not with advantage. Oh, good thing I didn't load that other shot. That's a 17.
17 hits.
For 13 more points.
13 more points.
Actually, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
Damn, 10 points.
Okay.
I was like, on average, I'm doing 2 less with this shot. So,
Okay.
and then yeah, I'm going to run up this way and then like try to jump onto these rocks. If I have to do an athletics check, I understand.
Please make an athletics check.
A 15.
You're good. So yeah, you run down and kind of like grip the rocks with your hand, and as you do, you're
should do
making
that.
like claw marks down the rock, metal grinding on stone. As
And
you...
then for my free action, I'm going to swap over to my pistol.
Okay.
Only one of them.
Okay. Then is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Since I have like no fucking bonus actions. Oh wait, no, I will bonus action second wind.
Okay.
It's my only bonus action thing,
Yeah.
besides my one
That
spell
would
that I already
Probably
have.
be pretty good for you right now.
God damn it!
That's rough, buddy.
It is plus 9 though. Okay.
Okay. You can see at this point a look of like true fear comes over his face. He speaks something, and at this point I can just tell you it's infernal. But in the same like
I was guessing either infernal or abyssal.
yeah, whispering voice. And he turns as he's saying this. It's to this point, and then disappears in a puff of smoke from
Okay.
your vision. That's... Alright. Let me make some rolls. It has,
Yep.
been I
2
believe,
turns.
2 turns. So I will roll them out in the open.
As long as he doesn't crit fail, I can save him.
Yeah, he's probably gonna be okay.
Actually, even if he crit fails here.
Yeah. Okay. 1 success, 1 fail.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
I rush over to him and I use Lay on Hands for 5 points.
Okay. Not even just saved, but he is back up with 5 hit points. You can see as he is making like a croaking sound as he gets up, rubbing his head, and like kind of like wincing and pulling back from his own hand when he touches the spots that he got hit. And then he looks up at you, and somewhat comes to attention, waiting for direction.
I pull him back to his feet, and I just wave him to follow me. I use the rest of my movement to get to here to see if I can see him down this way.
At this point, you do not see him.
Okay. It's like, well, if he goes anywhere on the other side of this, Hoovel might get a shot.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that would be the end of my movement.
Okay. No action, bonus action.
Action
was lay on
is
hands.
lay on hands, no
Okay.
bonus action.
Okay. Then at that point, it's going to...
I love frustrating mages.
Hoovel, point of fact. As I have been reminded that you are still up here, are you continuing to watch the boat, or are you watching the shoreline after your volley of arrows?
Well, considering I can't catch up the boat, can't really, well, probably actually, well, I know I can still see the boat, but can't reach the boat like with my bow or by flying. I'll just ignore it and keep watching the island.
Okay. As you're watching the island, you see a furious-looking tiefling cross this bridge.
They will shoot.
All right, go for it. So he technically has taken action in the combat. Please, I'll have you roll initiative to see if you go before him, because it's technically the middle of his turn.
Right.
Would a crit kill, or would a normal hit kill him at this point? You don't have to say yes or no, just think about that. Because he's still going to have advantage to hit him.
Right.
And it's going to be a sneak attack if it does
Right.
hit.
Yeah. Potentially.
17.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, let's see, it's 30 more feet. I don't think this will change what you're doing. But as he continues moving, yeah, you still have clear line of sight on him. So, he has taken his whole turn, so you are up next.
Alright, cool. And I get advantage on my attack and everything?
Yeah, he has no idea you're there.
Alright, cool. So 29 to hit?
29 hits.
Is it an auto crit?
It's not an auto crit because he is in combat, but you do get sneak attack.
Alright, I'll use my favorite foe.
Okay.
Sneak attack.
It was almost a crit either way, but
Yeah.
if this was Pathfinder, it would have been a crit.
Potentially.
29?
Yeah, it would fucking crit.
Well, I guess his AC would have been higher, though.
That's true.
30 points of damage.
All right. So yeah, fucking as he runs across the bridge, Hoovel, you do see him. He runs to the bridge, and then like mid-run, he like seems to poof and appear 60 feet ahead of him. So like you're like drawing your bowstring and you're about to hit him, and then you have to like readjust as he continues running another 30 feet, just full on dead sprint. And as he does this, you shoot an arrow perfectly going between
And you-
like the mast of their ship, and hitting him directly between the eyes as like mid sprint knocks him back on his ass, and he is just out.
Emphasizing the dead part of his sprint.
All right. Moat, you see as the insectoid is following you and goes ahead of you a bit and just starts like running this way. Actually, you'll go this far, and then you see him go into a stealth. He turns the corner. He's gone.
He's gone. Do you want me to stay in initiative style movement?
Let me know. We'll do pseudo initiative. Let me know what
Okay.
you want to do.
I'm going to try to get high ground.
Okay.
So I want to climb this staircase, and I'm trying to see if there's anybody else here.
Okay. And you still have. Do you always have true sight? Or is
No,
it-
it's for 10 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, it's still within that 10 minutes.
So I want to get up here, see if there's anybody else here. So if you want me to do pseudo initiative, I could move by 30 feet.
Okay. I'll just say, Hoovel, you're just gonna continue watching the beach.
Yep.
Okay. And then Asher, do you want to do anything at this point in time? Or
You would have heard gunshot.
yeah, you would have heard gunshots.
Wait, actually,
Would I have? That
no,
far
because
away?
thunderclap is 300 feet, right?
Right. Yep.
And you said it was similar to that.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that till just now.
I didn't either. So yeah, it's a fair distance away. That I would say you probably didn't hear that, but you did see Hoovel launch 10 bombs onto the island. But he's been doing that.
Yeah, that's nothing weird for Hoovel. That's kind of what he's supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
so
So
I'm like,
up to you. Whatever you want to do.
I would like to kind of like, I'm just gonna reposition after some time.
Okay.
Maybe getting sick of just like leaning up against this wall per se. I kind of bounce up over here, maybe sit on the ledge a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of watching.
Yeah. So if you
I am
guys are
oblivious to all the hell happening on the island, so I'm just like, well, this is nice night.
All right, then Mo, I will take you out of initiative at this point.
Okay. But I'm going to see if there is anybody else here.
Yeah.
Same thing that I was doing before. Before I encountered the guy. Seeing if there's any gear, any more people.
Okay.
Any way that I can disrupt them.
Okay. Yeah, and as
I'm
you
gonna
walk
pee
in,
while you're telling me.
all right. As you
Okay.
walk in, you see again like the floorboards have been blown to pieces. The center of the room is almost unusable, as it would be technically rough terrain. Fireplace is still going, so it looks like people have been here recently. The throne sits empty. The room sits empty.
Long.
You keep peeing. Get back here.
is mine, bitch.
And as you continue to look about the castle, I will say you generally get the idea that it is empty. Do you go up the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. As you go up the stairs, there's a ladder to your left
Oh,
immediately.
not up the ladder though.
Okay. Immediately to your left is the ladder. To your right is a doorway. You go to the doorway and you do see a bugbear laying there.
Okay.
De gras.
I think this is the one that Hoogle
Oh yeah, it's
shot
a
in the face.
sorry, it's a bugbear with arrows in both shoulders and one in the neck, I believe. It was
But
either
I don't
neck or between
see
the eyes.
I don't see Hoovle's bow anywhere.
You do not see Hoovel's bow immediately there.
Oh, fuckers
Okay.
took it with them on the boat.
But
God
Do
damn it.
I get the feeling that they have left and there's nobody else here?
I will say you generally go about the area. The only place that you really haven't checked is up the ladder, and then once you go up there, it's just the roof. You get the sense that this is an abandoned castle at this point.
Okay, then I'm gonna grab this torch on my way up the ladder,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get on the ladder or get on the roof and wave the torch to where I believe Hoovel is.
Okay. Hoovel, you see a torch on top with Moat standing there. Hoovel's like, I take a shot. Okay.
But I try to get Hoovel's attention behind his barricade.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I'm not behind my barricade right now, but yeah.
I don't know that.
No, true.
Okay. So yeah, you get up top and you wave the torch.
Where is Asher again?
She's in town center.
Oh yeah, if she's looking over, she might have seen the torch.
Okay. Asher. Yeah, you're looking out into the water. You're not really seeing anything. But you do hear a voice from behind you say, well, that's strange. And you see Half-Riff behind you pointing up at the castle, and you now see Moat waving a torch above his head.
I look back to Riff Raff and then follow his finger to where he's pointing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I will say at this time, you do see what you believe to be a hood before, along with like his green robes. You see green tentacles reaching around, clasping into like a somewhat of a hood, but it is an octopus.
Whoa. Okay. Dang.
He just wears an octopus as a helmet. Or
There's a lot going on.
hood.
You're kind of a character.
But yeah, you now all see that Moat is waving the torch, and then Moat from down the level below you to your left, you hear the insectoid kind of like making their clicking sounds up at you, waving their hands. And just kind of like pointing down at the beach, not like
Not like in an emergency,
Sick.
but
yeah, not an emergency, but telling you like
found the body.
yeah, pretty much.
When he points onto the beach, I come over here and
Yeah, I believe you can see him.
yeah, he's right there.
He gives you a thumbs up to let you know it's not a threat.
Universal language.
Okay, so we believe that this house is clear. I activate doobly-doo boots and drop down.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You activate your rocket boots, drift down, and the insectoid goes back down to the beach, towards the body.
I take a piece of like charcoal from the fireplace,
Okay.
and I meet the insectoid down at the beach.
Okay.
And no longer. No, I'll keep the torch on me because my thing will probably deactivate by now.
Okay. All right. As you reach down the beach, you can now see the tiefling is starting to crawl.
Oh, he's not dead.
He rolled a natural 20 on his saves.
Death save.
Yeah.
Okay. I go up to him, And I just kind of like step on the back of his foot so he can't move.
Yeah,
As his hands just start digging into the sand.
yeah, he's digging into the sand. And what I said earlier is still true. He got shot right between the eyes, so he has an arrow in his head. And,
Dummy.
Yeah, he's still trying to dig in the sand, crawling away as you step on him to stop.
And then taking the bayoneted pistol, I put it up against his temple with like the blade just like barely touching.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, "This is your last chance to stop moving."
Okay. He will stop.
Then I will. Yeah, I came and tie his hands behind his back.
Okay.
Not knowing how magic works, I'm gonna put so much rope around his hands.
Okay. So he cannot use his hands whatsoever.
Yeah.
Extra cannot.
Actually, I guess I do know how magic works. I have spells.
Yeah, you do.
Well, mine are divine. I don't know how his spells work.
But yeah, you do know that some spells have somatic, some spells have verbal, some need materials, and some need multiple.
And then as he's tied up, I'm gonna just like put him up here,
Okay.
up against the rock. I'm gonna go over to the bug guy, and on the rocks next to him, I'm going to write with the charcoal. Can you read?
He looks down, looks at you, cocks his head. Doesn't really have any recognition.
Okay, because I don't even know if I can write.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. Seems he just knows insectoid. He doesn't know common.
Then I'm gonna wave him over.
Okay.
I'm gonna like hand gesture, like eyes, watch him.
He nods and takes out a dagger and holds it to his throat.
Oh, very nice.
I'm gonna give him a...
Seems like ready to stab at any moment's notice.
Okay, I give him a thumbs up and question.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you think would be faster? Walking or going back to get the boat and rowing over there?
Can you walk on water? Oh,
Underwater.
You can walk underwater.
One is a much more direct path.
They'd probably both be pretty similar.
I'm walking.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I tell him to watch as he just watches me just walk into the water.
Okay. Full on Pirates of the Caribbean
Going
style,
full
just
Pirates
walking
of
across.
the
Caribbean.
Yeah.
As the torch goes out, because I'm still holding it.
After eventually you do see Moat begin to trudge out of the water on your end.
Oh. I say, like, pointing at him.
There are no pirates over there, I say as, like, water's just pouring out of my mouth.
I don't even think I saw the boat leave. Or maybe I did, actually. Did you say I would have gotten that?
You did not see the boat leave the island. You saw it leave the shore initially, like, probably now 25 minutes ago.
Okay.
But you didn't think of anything about it at that time, as the captain did say that they were loading up to leave.
Yeah. Huh.
And then your vision wasn't far enough to see the ship.
Fair enough.
I will say
I kinda-
they're well out of sight at this point.
Yeah, for me. I kind of shrug. Well, ain't gonna like that. Glad you're back in one piece.
We have one still alive over there.
Oh. Oh, yeah, and where's our
He's
insectoid
watching
friend?
him.
Oh, okay.
I
Good.
think he's mad at the guy, so we might not want to keep him alone over there for very long.
Yeah. Let's get the orc. I lost track of him. We'll get back over there.
You see as Half-Riff says, why don't you go check on our friend then? And his hood then comes off of him, goes into Octopus. Where'd he go? Oh.
Best feet.
And jumps into the water and starts swimming towards the island.
Oh, okay. Bye, Hiffhoff. Whoop. I start looking around for Orc Buddy.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
about my ledge?
After a bit of looking, you would probably find him back at the same area along the beach side.
Okay.
He is still like guarding, but he's kind of like going between the beach where the mermaid people are, and then like walking up the steps and looking around like the farm area and like the very west side of town. So, but he seems to be sticking to this side, looking out into the water. But you approach and he kind of nods and says, "Ah, how goes it?"
I'm still piecing that together. I guess no pirates? But we gotta get you over to that island. Insectoid has a captive, so we'll see what he has to say over there. Yeah, and go check out the new island. So, we need your help. I start leading him over back towards the way we came.
Okay. He says, as you're walking, he says, "Oh, well, that put my mind at ease. Krennic is good at hostage situations."
Yeah, I don't know much about what happened with all that. Just that one of the pirates is still over there and alive. Glad we can trust him with it. Okay, we bring him back over. Bring Orc back over here. Hopefully towards to Moat again.
Okay. Alright. So you bring him back to town center and back to where Half-Riff and Moat are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna
and then
we're
during
gonna
this
get
time,
a party over
Hoovel, just to let you know what you see. You still see the tiefling there, tied up with knife point, pointed at his throat from the insectoid. You also see the little green octopus crawl up, and then like go back into the water, and just over time makes its way back and forth between the two. I guess once it gets here, it would stop and go back. And then Moat, every now and then, Half-Riff just says, not dead yet."
Good to hear.
Okay, I'll just
Like
still
this
be on
guy.
the lookout to make sure that the boat doesn't come back or circle around or something.
Okay.
Then yeah, I'm gonna climb up and so it looks like we scared the pirates away, at least for now.
Well, that's fucking terrific. Kind of gives you like a punch on the shoulder and then shakes his hand. And then kind of looks over at the orc and says, "Spread the word. pirates are no more. Tell the people at the church, and tell some of your friends that are going around town. Get the people out of the inn as well. I think they'll all want to hear this as well. And the orc nods and, okay, and looks at Moat and says, thank you for keeping Kredek safe.
I just give him a nod.
Okay.
I like their weird buddy ship. I like them.
They're lovers.
They're good pals. I appreciate them. Why does this orc know insectoid? I have so many questions.
I wish I could know insectoid. What would you have done if it was like, oh, I know insectoid?
I would have been like, that's fucking fantastic. You and 2 other people in the whole world.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sick.
Because, you know, you always have that, like, one extra language, and it's like, what am I going to take for this?
Yeah.
It's like, freaking celestial? Do you want to speak goblin? No. I choose bug.
Yeah, I choose insectoid.
Alright.
That would have been so funny, though.
It would have been so good for only this application.
Alright, what are you guys up to right now?
I'm going to make sure Asher is over here. I give her a rundown of what I found over there. Looks like they had just recently left. I saw no signs of a boat.
You happen to see how empty things were. Did they pick up all their things and leave, or are they looking like they're coming
Did I
back?
notice any gear left over there at all?
Not
Like-
that,
Besides, like, the little bit of rations?
yeah, not that you noticed. There was the few little rations, but it seems, I guess with, like, the time that you took to investigate, you probably would notice, like, scratches on the floors where things were.
Yeah.
So it looks like they did pick up things and leave.
Yeah, they're either running for the hills or they're running to regroup safely and they'll be back. Don't know yet. But-
Okay. Nah, just thought I'd check.
Yeah.
So far so good though. I like the sound of that.
And then with that, after I give her the information, I'm going to. Do I know where Hoovel's at? I ask Asher if she knows where Hoovel's at.
Oh yeah, he never left.
Yeah,
Right?
you can give him a general direction, because he did leave your site, but he did go over towards the church.
Oh, that's
Um,
right. You did actually specify. I just point in a direction then. I'm like,
Yeah.
If you
Some
get
go off
close to the
that way.
church, you can probably rationalize that he's on top of it, and sure.
If there's a roof, he's on it.
yeah.
yeah, we know he purchased.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna get up to the roof.
Okay. And then as you do get inside, you do hear some cheering from inside
Inside of.
the church.
Oh, I didn't go into the church.
I know, but like even from outside, you hear
Oh,
cheering.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
people
okay,
are
yeah.
happy.
Yeah, and then I make my way up to the roof and I ask Hoovel, or at first I say, Hoovel, good shooting.
Mm.
Did you happen to see
Like-
any where the pirates went while we were making our approach?
I'll point out at the direction they went with the boat.
Okay. Yeah, and you point down the way, and the map doesn't really show it, but the coastline does continue quite a ways. And Hoovel, I will say, just like every now and then you could like look over that way. The coastline kind of curves back north, so eventually they kind of go past your vision. But they seem to be like full sail going east along the shoreline.
Do we know it's east? There's another town that way. Oh, that's the town that the dude wanted to go to, right?
So I'll show a map while I'm talking about it. So along the coastline there isn't. If you cross the sea, southeast. There is Novastar, the like snow city.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh yeah, I was thinking we were like more so where Cosgar was, not Farron.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are right here. So they were sailing east, but you lost them like along the shoreline.
Okay. Okay. Then I ask Hoovel if you can keep an eye out to see if you see the boat reapproaching. Any boat whatsoever.
I have been.
And then I come off of the front and I just drop down
Okay.
with my boots.
Okay. Yeah, and inside, you see, like the orc, is like being surrounded by people, like giving him hugs and stuff, just because he was the one that delivered the news. And people are like cheering and, like it.
Some like happy guys.
Yeah, they are in their own world of being happy. So unless you make your presence known, no one sees you at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna step in.
Okay. Yeah, and if you do step in, eventually you can see as Walter from the back kind of like waves at you and starts heading your way. Moat. Terrific. I mean, I'm sure you've heard the news because you're probably in the middle of it. Is it true?
I just came back from the pirate island. There is one pirate left, and he is being guarded.
Oh,
The others
that's
have
terrific.
seemed to have fled.
I'm so happy I didn't have to be a martyr.
If you guys want to come to town square, you can hear all about it. But as of right now, there are no pirates to worry about.
And he reaches out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I shake it.
And he shakes it furiously and just says, "Thank you. We will gather in town center." And kind of turns back to the rest of the crowd and this is yes, terrific. Thank you.
And then I start making my way back as well.
Okay.
One stop I'm going to make is at Catherine's house.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and you go and you open the door as you know it's unlocked, and you go in. You see her just regularly going about. She's mixing something in a potion vial, and as you enter, she says, Moats, what brings you in today?
The pirates seem to have fled.
Oh, well, that's certainly news. It's good for the town.
I still plan on upholding our bargain for the snapping turtle heart, but the one that I was planning on getting is no longer available. Where can I find more?
Well, they generally are off the coastline a bit. Hang out in deep sea normally. On occasion come to the shoreline to lay eggs.
Do you know of
or
any
such.
way to bait them towards the shoreline?
General food does the trick, I believe, but that will also attract other things. But in due time, I'm sure you will return the favor. I am more interested in the... And remind me as a DM, because I believe... Was it her that you owed a general favor to because of the potion?
No, I paid her. I gave her 1,000 gold.
Correct. She offered for you
Yes.
to... Okay. Never mind then. She's in due time. I expect a return on that.
I specifically asked her what she preferred, and she
Yeah.
said it doesn't matter, so I paid her.
Okay. Yeah. In due time, I expect a return on the heart, but... narrows her eyes at you. Seems you are a trustworthy folk. And a almost immediate return on the fur is a
And that
good
was
incentive.
before the day's end.
Yeah, it was like, all right, I need this and this. And
I
they're
came
like,
back an hour later.
yeah. I need this and this eventually. Okay, here you go. It's like when you complete a quest in a video game before
And you
they ask
already
you to do
have
it.
the
Yeah.
item. Can you help me find my father's pendant? You mean this one?
Yeah. But I'm not too worried about you running off.
Just thought an update was in order.
Terrific.
Then I go to leave.
And as you leave, you see as the horse with legs starts like pulsing, and she again like takes like some like green moss type stuff, spits into it, rubs it, and slaps it on the wound.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
And the horse figure seems to stop convulsing as you leave.
This is my favorite addition that they did.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid.
Oh,
And I'm
man.
just glad that they did it.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, but then I make my way back to Town Square,
All right.
hoping Asher's getting prepared for her speech.
Okay, yeah, and as you return, and Asher and Hoovel, you will both have seen this. They go to the inn and unboard the door, swing it open, and as they do, you see like 3 arrows fly out, like immediately as they open the door. But then the crocodile like pokes his head in, people start filtering out. And then the people from the church have already filtered out by the time you were talking to her. And are...
And remind me, was somebody going back to get these people? The insectoid and the pirate prisoner?
you guys haven't made any plans for that yet.
Oh, okay. Then I tell somebody to take a boat and go get them.
Okay. Yeah, and you talk to a grung, and he nods and starts looking around.
I tell him if he can't find one, there's one over there, and I tell him where it's at if he can, because
Okay, yeah, he then nods and jumps into the water and starts swimming.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully they can non-verbally communicate, like, come back with prisoner? Or something? To be seen. Okay, head back towards...
As I'm moving a shit ton of minis, the multiple mini movement doesn't super work through doorways. But eventually, while I'm placing people, a crowd gathers in town center with a majority of the faces that you've seen, some that you don't recognize, but are still here. You hear the cries of Captain Darsh as he runs over to his ship to see it at the bottom of the dock.
Ah, jeez. Yeah, okay, well, said we'd try. And that's all I have. Dude, I forgot I have a... It may have been my... I looked at my old character sheet real quick, because I'm looking at some of my equipment, and it has Helm of Comprehending Languages. You can cast it at will. What the hell? This would have been the perfect time. Like, that super obscure language. Like, damn.
It doesn't allow you to speak it.
Right, yeah, but I could see what it was saying.
That's funny. But yeah, over the next 30 minutes or so, even though it is late at night, you see as people start filtering out of their homes, that stayed in their homes. Most people are coming out of the inn that was boarded up, and then the church that you guys set up. But they all start gathering in town center, waiting to hear the news, for sure.
Okay. I, like, while the crowd is forming, I'm uncharacteristically playing my lute a little bit, like plucking at the chords, kind of, to pass the time, I suppose.
All right. Yeah, and you pluck on your lute, or lyre. And the crowd does seem to calm a bit. Make a performance check. Nice.
Wow, look at my only good roll. It's as if the game is trying to tell me something. It's a 26.
All right. Yeah, and the crowd does seem to calm as they appear in town center. You can see, like, as they're arriving, they're still, like, generally anxious and talking, like, back and forth, like, what are we gonna do now? Are we gonna be protected? Is it truly gone? Do we have to worry about them anymore? Which one of them are dead? Are they all dead? Just, like, general confusion. People seem to have gotten the gist of, like, you guys have gotten rid of the pirates, but they don't know if you ran them out, killed them, or anything like that.
I mean, if they're from the church and they listen to anything that I said, I did say that they seem to have fled.
Yeah,
These people are coming from buildings.
There was like 6 or so people in the church. The rest of the people were like in the inn or stayed in their homes. But as you play, and as they arrive in town center, and like a couple people are like saying, "Oh yeah, no, they killed him," and then other people are like, "Yeah, fucking right. How would you know?" But they seem to calm down at the sound of you playing.
All right. I know this is what I'm good at, but I refuse. I kind of like put my hands up once like I feel like the bulk of the people who are going to show up are like here.
Mm-hmm. And as you do, the crowd seems to quiet down, and all eyes are on you.
Okay. People, for the events that occurred tonight, one thing that I can tell you in certain are that the pirates are gone. Slayed, only a handful. But what I can tell you is that they have cleared out their belongings and have fled. Your strength, us as a mass together, was enough to drive them out of town, and I can't promise they won't come back. But if we continue to demonstrate a aligned front, we can be the wall together that prevents them from returning.
I would like you to roll a persuasion with advantage.
Oh. Jesus. chauffin. My persuasion is a plus 13, so
So 25.
yeah.
So yeah, as you finish your speech, you see like a bunch of people are like, "Yes, we can do this, strong
Yeah.
together." Like, people are generally on your side. Doesn't seem like the split that you once had, just the morning of this day,
Yeah.
where you were trying to gather forces, and people were split. Now it seems the people that are either left or you have changed some of their minds by tonight, and they all seem to be rallying behind you.
Yeah, you are a people that does not need governed. You have shown that with or without them, you guys can work together, and that's really important. And we're gonna keep it up and keep these guys off your shores.
And you hear from the crowd, "Yeah, we don't need them. We have new protectors."
Anyway, I was going for more like self-governing. Yeah, and I kind of like look to my teammates wherever they may be. Like, you hear that, guys?
I'm like attempting to fix my misfired gun.
It's all right.
Speaking of which, can I roll a
Sure, go
check
for
to fix my
it.
misfired gun?
Yeah. You're like the guy that's like in the background. You're like the developer at like a press conference where they're like, don't talk or anything. Like, oh yeah, I made this.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Well, go on then. Do your roll.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, he fixed it.
Oh, good.
It's
Yeah.
the DC for it, just so you guys know. It's a DC equal to 8 plus the misfire score.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't that hard of a.
No, it's pretty much usually about a 10.
Okay.
I will say, if, and we haven't talked about this yet, but if it misfired due to like with one of the explosive rounds or something, I would make the DC harder because it might have fucked it up more.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just a normal shot that I misfired.
Yeah.
So the pistol has a misfire of 1, so the DC was 9.
Nice. Okay. As you make the speech and people are starting, like, some people start dispersing, some people are like coming up to shake your hand. Seems like you guys have been elevated to like hero status in a lot of these people's minds, and like as they shake your hand, that they make that very known. If you need anything, call upon me, type stuff.
As people are like saying this, I am gonna step forward. I'm gonna say a few words.
Okay.
We are not expecting any special treatment. If we need something from you, we will pay, or we will pay in favor. We are not the town's protectors, but we will do what we can to keep the town safe. We expect you guys to step up and start protecting your own as well. If people are out of line, deal with it as a town. Don't look towards others. That being said, piss me off, and with that, I'm gonna fire my gun into the sky, the one I just fixed.
Yeah. Make an intimidation roll.
It's bullying shot, so I have advantage. Intimidation, that's a 24.
Okay. And it also makes it better. As the shot goes off, you see as the insectoid flips down, like the last of the pirates, just bloodied and beaten onto the ground. So show of power in both regards. And people are kind of like, "Oh, of course, sir." Yeah, seems like people are listening to you.
And as soon as that happens, I just make my way over to here. and like do like that like hand on forearm grab to the insect.
Okay. And he looks you in the eye and shakes your arm in unspoken trust.
Fair.
And then I drag this guy, the pirate, up here to this area, and I say, now, as a town, what will we be doing to those like him? I say to the town, like as an actual question.
A couple people speak up. They're like, "Kill him!" But
Fair enough.
the more outspoken people are in agreement to kill. But you also recognize that not everyone is speaking up.
We've heard one option. What does the rest of the town think?
Halfriff says, "Well, if the pirates come back, he would be a good bargaining tool."
Do we have a jail cell?
They had one on the island. Many of us were thrown in there at one point or another.
But none of us are staying on the island. I point up to this building up here. I need some men to fix this place up. Turn it into a jail cell. To the abandoned building that I've been hiding out in.
And you see, like the Minotaur that is already like shaking hands with Asher, and like a bugbear behind him, and some like the larger, beefier people are like, "Yes, of course," and right on it, and like start grabbing just like random shit off the ground that's around and heading up that way.
Here's some planks.
Yeah.
We will make decisions as a town. For this and any other transgressions that come up. Each of you have a say. If you don't like how something's done, talk to the town about it. And with that, I leave. I'm tired.
Okay. As you're walking through the crowd, you hear like murmurs among the crowd. Some people agreeing, some people are saying, like that's the way it's always been done. Even before the pirates, that's the way it needs to continue to be. Some people, you hear murmurs, saying like, "Well, what about the guards? What if the guards come back?" And other people are like, "Well, haven't you heard the news? They're not going to come back." Just chatter amongst them.
If I was playing Blanche, I would definitely inquire further about that. But I'm not. So, I'm going to say we'll create our own town's guard.
And
I don't elaborate at all.
Okay. Yeah, and after saying that, a couple people are like, a few more people are agreeing, but there are still a couple stragglers that are like, not solely, or not fully sold on changing up the town entirely, but that's where they are.
I mean, No, I just continue walking.
Okay. Cool.
Lost where I was. There I am.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just make my way back to camp.
Okay.
I got hit with too many eldritch blasts.
Did you want to, since you were the one that tied him up and stuff, did you want to search?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Things that you would have found. He had 3 daggers on him, a sickle, 50-foot rope, and then more interesting stuff. He had studded leather, obviously magical, as when you hit it, it did not scratch or bend or char at all.
Yeah.
And then bracers were also very magical.
Okay. Do you have any coin? Any valuables?
Looks like he had 10 gold and 9 silver. Not a whole lot of coin on this guy.
I also take any component pouch that he may have had,
Okay.
anything that seemed magical or
Yeah, he has an arcane focus.
yeah, it's not anymore.
And it's kind of just like a skull-shaped rock or stone.
Yeah, I take all of that, and then as I'm leaving, I'm just like, this guy just spells. Make sure he can't do that, and then I make my way back to camp.
Okay. And after hearing that, Half-Riff goes up and ties his mouth, as well as you already tying his hands.
Well, I did say I gagged him as well, but it was probably just like what I can find.
Oh, you did say you gagged him?
Yeah, that was the first thing I
Okay.
said before. But it was probably just like his own dirty sock.
Yeah. So I'll say
Oh
Half-Riff
god,
goes...
that'd be the worst way to get gagged.
Half-Riff goes up and actually ties his hands and gags him in a way that he won't wiggle out of.
First just goes up, cuts his tongue off, all of his fingers.
Won't be casting spells anymore. Jesus Christ. All right. So yeah, you head back to the caves. You said?
Yeah, I head back to our camp.
Okay. And then Hoovel, Asher, are you guys up to anything?
Also,
Just keeping my watch.
Okay.
yeah, I'm also heading back to camp.
Okay.
My day has been much
if-
more easygoing, but I don't know. I don't want to stick around in town.
Right. All right. Then, as you all head to your designated areas, Hoovel, you do keep watch for a while longer. Do you want to keep watch through the night, or are you going to get a long rest as well?
I'm gonna watch through the night, and then when like the sun comes up, I'm gonna try to find someone else to keep watch, and then just go to sleep.
Okay. So yeah, you stay up for the night. I'd like you to roll a perception check.
$21.
You keep watch through the night. Your range is limited after your eye does fade after a bit. But you hear no sounds coming from the water. And it's a quiet night. Asher and Moat, you both get a night's rest. Moat, as you are falling asleep, you have a vision out of the corner of your eye of a darkened figure,
Bone Daddy.
cloaked up, and
Maybe.
hands under the
Oh.
cloak.
All cloaked up.
Large, hunched over figure, bigger than any person that you would see, but obviously still humanoid, or at least humanoid over a cloak. And as you see this and look over in that direction, it slightly nods and then disperses into the wind.
Warforged sleep paralysis. You're actually conscious and you see stuff moving around.
That's scary.
But I will call this session there, and we will continue this.
That's what we're calling
next
this
day.
session?
Yep.
We're just calling it there?
Yeah.
That better be what you call it on YouTube.
Oh, the title. The title for
There.
this one is there. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Damn
people won't understand unless they watch the whole video.
Because it's
Stay
right
tuned
in
to the end.
very end.
If you watch
Yeah.
the whole video, comment down below.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you a digital high five because, like, thanks for hanging in there, bud.
All right. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you bitches next time.
Bye.
See ya, bitches.